Okay, so summary for Battlestar Galactica. Now, BSG is, for an IP and for a non-IP, a fantastic, fantastic take on the trader mechanic. It's organized very well. There are very few points in the game at which you don't find yourself with something of critical importance to do. And the game really, really succeeds at giving the Cylon players chances to subtly sabotage without completely giving themselves away. But, you know, an attentive player can notice, 3 extra bad cards came out and he played 3 cards. Does that mean he's the Cylon? You know, it really orchestrates a tense and exciting and, you know, I like to say squinty-eyed, you know, who's the bad guy kind of atmosphere. And it's really, really well done little bits. You know, I love moving around little ships and going pew, pew, pew. You know, that's just, it's great fun. I'm glad that they didn't try and make them, you know, large, hyper-detailed things, as A, the board can get a little cluttered with them as it is, and B, I don't think it would have added enough to justify the extra price tag. I really feel that they hit an effective balance of quality components versus, you know, keeping the MSRP down. And speaking of MSRP, they succeeded very, very well at that. This game is, you know, anywhere between 35 and 45 bucks new generally, so I mean it's a fantastic, fantastic budget for what you're getting out of it, which, you know, as per FFG's norm, is quite a lot of quality in a box. And really, the mechanics just blew me away with how effective they are for a game based on an intellectual property, which, you know, tend to fail and fail horribly. You know, but things have really, really come together in this game. And while I don't think we have yet had a human victory, because this is a brutal, brutal game, I've never heard anyone complain about losing, because you struggle and you strive, and it's just so enjoyable, you know. And it's, even if you don't manage to win, if you're sitting there going, oh, I know who the traitors are, you feel like you've accomplished something anyway. And as the trader, you are really, really rewarded for playing subtly and really using your mind. And can I get away with doing this? Is this challenge worth potentially revealing myself? I mean, it succeeds enormously well at that. And it is definitely up there in my top 10, maybe even top 5 trader games of all times. It's just wonderful. I would say it's somewhere between Shadows over Camelot and maybe no, not Avalon, something like maybe Black Forest. It's somewhere between those two in difficulty. It's not quite as insane as Shadows over Camelot, which, if you haven't played it, it's easy to lose without even having a trader in the game. It is just brutal. But it's also definitely harder than the norm, I would say. So, the one downside is, with a trader type game, there really is no way to play with less than 3 people. At least nothing that I've ever seen. And honestly, if you can't hit, you know, 5 to 6, you're losing a lot for what this type of game has to offer. 4 is not so bad, but 3 really just doesn't really offer enough.
I was making a wah-wah sound effect.
Okay. So yeah, it's really at its high point with the higher player counts, though at first there will be, as you saw, some definite downtime while everyone gets the hang of the game and kind of gets into it. But yeah, absolutely worth checking out if you can get the people together and you can enjoy this type of game at that price tag. And with its current popularity, it's really not much of a risk to pick this up. So definitely gets a budget recommendation from me. Hope you enjoyed the video. Apologies again if it was a little awkward during the gameplay, but you know, hopefully you got to see an honest experience of the game. So see you next time, and get off your computer, play some more games.